I've watched the Cities 2 official gameplay trailer over and over and over again. Let's break it down. Alright, obviously we start off by all footage captured in-game. That is super sweet. Let's pause the opening shot because this is really, really epic. Alright, so we start off with this highway interchange. We have like an avenue road going over top. The yellow line marking, super dope. We got the speed limit here. And this seems to be also a tram road, which I really, really like. Also love the variety of trees that they have. They have some dead trees in here. The vanilla trees look super amazing. Just look how smooth everything looks in terms of connections here with the on-ramps or off-ramps. I mean, the pedestrian crossing seems a bit scuffed right here. Also, this bit over here, we see that in a better shot right here. It says every road. There we see this again. The pedestrian crossing is a bit, yeah, let's just say it looks a bit weird. This bit right here also kind of scrunched up. It's possible that you can, in the game, add your slip lanes and then maybe you can control them with Move It, sort of a Move It feature that we have in Cities 1 right now, and that's why it looks a bit scuffed here. But also, like, look how smooth these exit ramps are. These ramps in general, these curves are really dope. And then there's one bit right down here, what I'm not really sure is happening here. Two cars are just like turning around. Lots of these like black cars. Looks like hearses maybe? I'm not really sure, but yeah, that's something to keep an eye out for. And we'll see how they go. But look how smooth the transition is from a 1 to 2 lane. Oh my god, and then it goes into a 3 lane. Like, it's like one ramp and 2 lanes going forward. The markings here are really, really nice. Really amazing. And the next shot, we get a nice suburban area with some high-rise in the distance. I love this ground level train crossing here. It looks super amazing. We got some solar panels, low density for sure. I find this next shot very interesting, how these buildings level up. I mean, obviously that's probably not in-game animation, but I do believe that once these buildings level up, because these look very tall, right? These are like high-rise compared to the low-density buildings right here. My theory is that we might get the option to change from low density to high density, or it changes from low to high density as the buildings level up. Maybe we even get the option to have low density zoning and then the buildings spawn in as a nice little low density house. We rezone that to high density, but the building stays, and as soon as some requirements are met, it will then upgrade to a high density building. That's going to be very interesting to see. But again, look at the ground level crossing. Beautiful, beautiful skyline. We got a TV, like a tower here. We got some boats here. Okay, pause it again because we get a much better shot at the ground level crossing. Look at this. This looks super amazing. Also, these markings here. The markings in the roundabout. Intersection marking tool. Hello, friend, right? The roundabout looks super amazing. Again, with the trees in here, like the variety of trees is amazing, I think. For these markings, maybe they will appear automatically once you add like train tracks, ground level crossing for cars to stop. Maybe you can add them yourself. I'm not really sure. Also, this tree, this road with the trees here. First, I thought this seems like an anarchy problem because the tree's like in the middle of the road, but it seems that this is just a road with trees lined on it. Maybe you can place trees on the sidewalks. Maybe we have tree anarchy. No one knows. I do love these kind of dead trees. I don't know why that's so amazing to me, but I do like them a lot. Look at how beautiful the trains are. It's just so great. Let's move on. Okay, another roundabout, again with the markings. These roundabouts look beautiful. Also, I love the markings here, how they look for driving into the roundabout. Super, super amazing. Apparently there are some restrictions as to how cars can drive in, because this car is clearly going into this road in this direction. However, you cannot access this road from this road. You can only go straight and left. You can't access this road over here from this road from the south, like, because this marking says only right and left. You can only access this road apparently from this lane here, which says going left, which would probably be here because this is a tram only. This is only tram tracks. So maybe, and here's me hoping, maybe we have something like a TMPE mod, maybe a very lightly version of TMPE mod that allows us to tell the AI not to drive in certain roads, like the lane connector, maybe the lane arrows. Who knows? Wishful thinking, but I would really like that. And again, the trees look really, really nice. Parking lots here, super amazing. The tram looks really great. Okay, let's move on. every skyscraper. I love the wording in this trailer as well because it's very centered around the player. It's very centered around you. Here, the Aurora Borealis, super nice. And then this shot. This is a really cool shot because it emphasizes how important the players are, right? With the city disappearing because everything is nothing without you. I love that shot so much. Look at that. It's nothing without you. This had me a bit teared up when I did a reaction on this trailer. You can go, by the way, and find that on Joy Build City's channel. I will link it in the description below, of course. Now, the thing here is what my thought process is, since we have this amazing shot of the city disappearing for this reveal without you, right? Maybe that, in my mind, that is hinting towards a Control-Z feature, like an undo function in the game. Maybe we can have like an undo function, completely erase entire areas of what we want to redo, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'm just interpreting too much into this. All right, the next clip. This is amazing. We got the landscaping tool right here, this little shovel, our first look at the menu, at the UI, and this is really cool. The brush size, brush strength, we have a lot more control as it seems. 4 options, so that's pretty cool. This seems like the slope, this is the regular one, maybe we got vegetation here. This seems like the pedestrian paths over here. In general, I love this menu layout. First, I'm a bit disappointed that Chirpy is all the way here in the corner over to the right side of the screen. No Chirpy hat, but I love the new hairdo of Chirpy. Really, really cool. Then this would probably be the population statistics. These could be the city statistics, perhaps. Then we got the camera here. This is the Skyliens logo from the YouTube channel. We got a camera here. This might probably be for the cinematic shots. This could also be something with the statistics because I do believe the demand is displayed in here in this button on the left side. So I'm not really sure what this is. This seems like a map of public transportation. We'll go see what that is. Economy button, of course, bulldoze. We know this is landscaping. No idea what this speech bubble is. Is this like, maybe these are the chirps that you can access or something. A tree and a bench, so probably parks, public transportation here, police, fire, education, garbaggio in the form of recycling. I like that icon. Healthcare, water, electricity, the roads. This could be unique buildings, perhaps. Districts, of course. Zoning, the demand, where you are in terms of milestones. And here, look at that, tiles. 167 tiles unlocked at not even 6,000 residents. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the unlocking works. As far as we know now, there's going to be 441 tiles in the game, 21 by 21. And they're, of course, going to be a lot smaller than what we are used to in Cities 1. Also, we can see the season. It is spring, a lovely 7 degrees, sunny. And this is also very interesting. It's like -8 residents, but is that per hour, like with the H? And the money as well, is that per hour? We see another shot later on in the trailer that hints at like hourly statistics. So let's move on. This is a big one. This is a big one. Placeable grids. How amazing is that? So this is really, really cool because if we go back to here and let's just scooch it back frame by frame. So you can apparently draw a road. Let me show you this really quick because this is really cool. I found this. So you draw a road and this is your cursor here, right? So you're in this grid mode right here, okay? And then the cursor moves outward and the grid basically follows you with that, and that is how you can place grids. I love that. The money is shown, the credits, the percentage of the slope. I really like that. There we go. The meters change, of course, and boom, second set of grids. Amazing. And then you get the angles as well. Type of precision engineering vibes for sure. And of course, very expensive, but this is really, really amazing, I think. And let's have a look at the menu real quick here, because you have the straight roads option, of course, you got curved roads, you got freeform. Then we have this squiggly line. I'm not really sure what this indicates. We have the grid placement here, and this is probably the upgrade button. That would be my guess. Elevation step. It seems like you have a lot more control. The elevation is more precise right here. And snapping, you have the basic snap to grid, snap to angle, road guidelines. Everything is here, really amazing. But let's have a look at the roads menu. This is really interesting. Let's go from top to bottom. So we got small roads, medium roads, large roads, maybe highway roads, we'll see. intersection option, which is amazing. Roundabout option, perhaps amazing, like a little roundabout builder built in the game. Parking lot function, super amazing. Road maintenance. Now let's have a look here because this is very interesting. All right, let me zoom in here, and now look at that. The pipes seem to be under the roads. So we got water pipes, heating pipes, and electricity. Does that mean we don't have to connect our city in the traditional sense in terms of laying pipes? Maybe we just have to connect a pipe to an existing road, and that will spread throughout the roads that we place? That could be pretty amazing. That could be really, really interesting. Also, I love the bridge options here. Does that mean we have gone away from page up or page down to create bridges and tunnels? I mean, I don't see a tunnel, but you see the bridges here, so that can be kind of cool. That's what I found for the road placement here. All right, really interesting to note here, 6 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 by 6 squares seems to be the biggest building you can have. They changed that apparently. This next bit is really, really great. First of all, can we appreciate this small little roundabout here? It's so cute. It's really great. And we do not have zoning squares on this roundabout, which is really cool. Again, with the 6 squares here. What caught my fancy is this bit right here. So we're still on the, it seems that this is the free form option, right, for road placement. And as this builder drags the road, what I really, really think is interesting is that you have like multiple curves in one stretch, right? So this dot right here, is this where you can anchor the road, go in a different curve, anchor it again, go in a different curve before placing it? That's not possible yet in Cities 1. So I think that's really amazing. But look what happens here. They attach the road to this existing road here, drag it out, and look, it automatically creates an intersection. I love how it already also shows you the pedestrian crossings. And look what happens. You place this road and boom. First of all, the curve looks amazing, right? You got this little U-turn symbol here, which I really like. Automatically created the intersection. Like, you don't have to connect the road here and then move along. You can do that in one stretch. Apparently, these are anchor points, the dots, so you can have multiple curves in one stretch, which I really like. Apparently, there's a toggle feature that allows to toggle zoning squares off, because there's no zoning squares on this road, and this is the same road. I speculated in my live stream last night that perhaps curved roads don't have zoning squares, but in the next shot that is debunked. So I just think overall this is a really, really amazing feature to have multiple curves in one go. And then the next shot. Okay, this is one of my favorite shots as well because it shows us a lot, right? So we see all these roads in a grid, and look at, if you look closely, we have an asymmetrical road. We have a lot of roads displayed here. Asymmetrical road, a 1-lane road here and here. We have a 4-lane road, like 2 lanes going in each direction. I love this. These are roads with decorations here, here, and here. And this looks kind of interesting to me because we have trees on one side, we have trees on the other, but only halfway. So my guess is the same with here. We have some decorations here, but only halfway and only on one side. So my guess is that we can toggle decorations as we please. I speculated that in my breakdown of the non-in-game footage trailer that dropped a few months ago, that we have the option to choose which form of decoration. We can mix and match decorations. Like, you could maybe have bollards on this side, you have trees on one side, bollards on the other side, maybe some fencing on this side, maybe some trees on this side, some form of decorations, maybe even exchangeable lights. So street lights, perhaps, that'd be kind of cool. Also, this is a different road right here than this one. It's just the one-way road, I believe, but it looks different than this one with the yellow marking, and this has like the dashed lines. What I'm not too fond of is this bit over here. So it seems the terrain, yeah, it's still like Cities 1, the terrain is, because it makes this dip up here, but we'll see how that works. Also, I'm not too fond of how a large road connects to a smaller road here with this like hard edge here, but who knows? Maybe we get some more options. I've speculated at the beginning of this video about like a move it function. Maybe we can do stuff with that. So that's very interesting because I do think we have a lot more control over how our road networks look in terms of these decorations, and just the asymmetrical road looks really, really amazing. Let's move on because this is a very interesting shot as the city appears into this gridded road layout. I really, really like this shot, how it just like dissolves into this with the buildings, a harbor, we got a pedestrian walking path, and we see roadside parking is, of course, still a thing. It's not 100% lined up, but that's fine. And the city has fully formed around us, so roadside parking confirmed, of course. Dirt roads confirmed. Pedestrian walkways, we knew about those, obviously. Narrow roads right here. Larger roads, really cool. Also this right here. So yeah. We can zoom in. This still looks kind of like a mess. However, I do believe that the game will automatically, once we connect a road, for us, build the intersection. So that works out pretty well. I love also how the median road, how the median ends here. I thought that was not too nice looking in Cities 1. I think this looks super amazing. And the markings on the road, these are probably automatic. Will we have the option to change markings, to add our own markings? Who knows? I have no idea, but it's possible. It's very possible. Again, asymmetrical roads. You got 2 lanes here, 1 lane here. Then this is switched around here. Oh, super amazing. Large avenue road, we already said that. Parking lots galore here. Look at the simulation speed of the cars. Look at that. It seems that the simulation is now not, it doesn't seem like it's sped up anymore. Look at the cars. Oh, smooth, right? Smooth. I really, really like it. Okay, let's see the next shot, which shows us some more details of the zoning and the menu. All right, so here we go. The next shot is this right here, and oh my lord. First of all, look at all these options to zone, right? Low density, mid density, high density. Also, I'm not sure if this bottom color is just because the player has this selected in this shot, but this seems blue to me on the bottom and the top is green. That might just be the color thing because this is selected now. But is this mixed zoning? Mixed zoning? Anyone? Mixed zoning? I don't know. Could be mixed zoning. I'm not really sure. But that is the zoning. I really like it. Again, you can see the squares. Theme can be changed. European, American. This is great. This is really great. Filler tool for the zoning squares, select tool, and the paintbrush tool for the squares. Really great. Also, we have purple zoning now, which we will later learn in the trailer are the offices. And this button here is the industries, which is really, really cool. We'll talk about that as well. All right, so we got this. Once you select a type of zoning, you will see the legend pop up here, residential buildings, building color. You can toggle different views, which I really, really like. So it's not too overwhelming when you open up a menu. Residential suitability, the network color is green, so you can place residential buildings all over the place. We'll see that in a later shot with the offices. Apparently not every road is suitable for every form of zoning. Ground pollution, of course, you need to know that. I really like that that you can actually see this when zoning your residence, for instance. Now, when we move on to the next shot, right here in the very next frame, we see the office buildings. Again, selecting the office, you don't have as many options. You have a low and a high density, apparently. And you have the same legend that pops up here, office buildings and office signature buildings, slightly different variations of pink, purple-ish. And here's the interesting thing, office suitability, network color, green, 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 but look at that. You have yellow here and there's red. So the red roads are not suitable for office. I'm not sure if you can place office buildings if they won't spawn in, but that is something to keep an eye out. Also, I like this bit right here. You have this super tall office building, but the hexagon shows the low office building. So maybe this tells the player, hey, you need to downgrade this to a low density office. Maybe this doesn't work. So maybe these are like information icons that you have in the game. I'm not really sure, but this could be a thing. The building's popping in here, and this seems like an abandoned building because it has no color. It's grayed out. Abandoned building sign. We have a lot of signs in here, a lot of issues here. There's a money sign. Maybe that's the taxes. Do we get taxes? No, we don't know yet. And to the next shot. There we go. Next frame is this lovely shot here. We have these signs, one-way road not connected apparently, and we get a glimpse of the curved road tool, and something very interesting happens here. First of all, you also have the sound barrier walls, which look super amazing. These could be key walls. Maybe we have placeable keys, networks with keys. I'm not really sure. All right, so pay attention as this player tries to add the road together, like the one-way roads, right? All right, so we see the first issue, overlapping items, and there we go. Overlapping items, it highlights this bit in red and this bit right here. So there's the icon that doesn't allow you apparently. But then look what happens. The player moves the mouse slightly to the right. We go frame by frame. There's the mouse cursor right here. And boom. Now it works. No more overlapping items. So this is the previous frame. This is the next frame. So how do we get more precise? Like, this is connected already, but it says it doesn't work, right? So we know this from Cities 1, you can't overlap these, and then all of a sudden, boom. You just drag it out one bit more and you can connect it. So that's going to be very interesting if this is like a precision engineering. Is this like an anarchy mod thing? We do not know. Also, what's odd to me a bit are these zoning squares that are underneath the tracks. And here we have that bit debunked that we cannot zone on curved roads because this is a curved road and there are zoning squares. These are a bit darker, so I'm thinking you can't use those, but these are not. So you could technically zone under the bridge. I don't know. We'll see what that actually means. You make it happen. Love these shots of the city. Super epic. And oh my god. Go back. Here we are introduced to the new parallel mode, which is really cool. Parallel road tool. Super epic. You can now draw two roads next to each other. This is the little menu here. This apparently is the width of how far apart these roads are. Same as with the elevation, you have the meter increments in here, and this probably is how far apart or the spacing in between the roads. We are here in these road segment right here, and this seems to be the highway road segments here. And again, choosing this bridge, I don't know what the difference is here. Probably, oh no, I do. This is 2 lanes, this is 4 lanes, this should be 3 lanes and 6 lanes, or this is 3, this is 4. Anyway, these are these lanes here as the bridges here, I think. So I'm not really sure if can we see that in here actually? Okay, so no, this is the ground road selected. I'm not sure how you can select the bridges because the player did not select the bridge option here. They just created this by using the regular road tool apparently. But then yeah. We got this amazing shot of this parallel mode, which I think is really dope. We get parallel road tool in the game. Nice. We still cannot build on water, in water, so that's a thing. One-way road's not connected again. And look at these underneath the bridges here. Super cool. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Next bit is a really cool thing because we do have modular buildings. We are in the university park right here, or at the university. We have the university menu here, and there we go. You have upgrades. You can now add an extension to the facilities. This is like an extension wing, and you can simply upgrade your existing universities, your service buildings maybe, because we will get to that in a bit too in this trailer. Oh, this video is getting way too long. I am super sorry, but there's so much to cover in this trailer. You apparently don't have to bulldoze anything that would be in the way potentially, and then you place the extension wing and then the upgrades. This one is grayed out at least. Upkeep. That's another thing I noticed in the game, like upkeep 275,000 credits per month? Like, what is, huh? That's quite expensive. I don't know how funds or how the game works, how finances work in the game, but that's going to be very interesting to find out. Let's move on. Then again, we get a glimpse of something new with a police station. The player trying to place a police station, trying invalid shape overlapping items. So it's not possible, but then this is police. We got new police buildings. Then they apparently placed this because the stars apparently indicate that the area is happy, but these people here with the thumbs down are not happy because apparently they placed this police station here, just like in the middle. Also, what I think is amazing, look at this snapping option here. Is it possible to toggle snapping off? And then we can place buildings wherever? I wonder how that works with road access, or maybe we can place it just slightly off of the road. Again, look at the smoothness of how the networks connect. This is so great. This is smooth ramps. Ah, I really like that. So apparently there's like an anarchy toggle because it says invalid shape overlapping items, but then apparently they placed the police station because the stars and the thumbs down here from this area, because apparently you bulldozed these buildings in the process. Gonna be very interesting. Also, I love the small roundabouts. Like, oh my god, looks really good. Intersections look great. And then we get something really, really cool in the next shot because the player places a tram depot right here, public transportation information view. The info view is open here. And the most interesting thing, I thought, first of all, is we have 69,000 residents and 41,000 use public transportation. So either this creator did an amazing job with the layout of the public transportation, or we get a lot more use of the public transportation in this game, in Cities 2, right? But more interesting, I find the cargo option here, or not the cargo option, but the cargo info view. Does this mean we get to draw cargo lines? Who knows? We got like 250 tons a month by train. Like, oh my god. We have one boat, one route, 2 routes here for trains, so that's going to be super interesting. There's the truck as well, so we can do car routes or truck routes as well for cargo. Amazing. Again, with the theme and snapping, you can even toggle snapping on off for a tram depot. Wow. Let's pause it right here. Look how smooth the transition is here. Like, it's a bit offset as well. Like in Cities 1, I don't think you could have placed that here because of this is a node, and I don't think you could have placed this right next to a node. So apparently this just created a larger node here, this intersection, because the pedestrian crossing is just like way over here now and there are no markings here. So maybe that widened the node. Then we see more action in this roundabout in the next shot. Super amazing. This tram goes through it, and look at this. Looks so good. I gotta scooch back. This looks so good, and you see the line. We get another shot. This is the university area up here with the parking lots. The roundabout looks so amazing. And these markings, I'm not sure if this is... Yeah, so these markings are on the road here, like these driving lanes. Maybe that's when you open some info views, but I also love how you can actually connect roads to the roundabouts. So good. Also, I love how you can see the lines in the public transportation info view here. You can raise the ticket price, you can lower it, assign vehicles, toggle it. That's amazing. The schedule day, night, both, right? The line color, we have that. You can delete the lines here, turn it on and off, select vehicle model, so we have multiple options. The length, the stops, that is so great. That is such a good view. Let's move on. This is really, really great. I love this shot as well of the city like zooming out. Look at the intersections. Looking so good, I think. Looking really good. All right, and this is very interesting because we have a shot of a selected building. And the first thing to note is this right here. So these are 15 icons. We have 15 households. Apparently, you can select each household. This is the entire building, but you can select each household, which I think is really, really cool. And there you go. You got all the info views. We got the level. We got 25 residents. Average wealth. We now have a wealth level for the residents. That's amazing. That's really, really cool. What I found interesting here as well is 137 tiles with almost 70,000 people. Remember in the beginning, we had 167 tiles with not even 6,000 residents. So I'm not sure how the unlocking works in Cities 2, but it's going to be very different from Cities 1. Okay, another modular building. We have a coal power plant here. There we go. So we have the coal power plant. You can upgrade these as well. So you can upgrade your service buildings. Apparently you have another info view here. 144,000 credits a month. Like, this upkeep is insane. I don't know how the finances work in this game, but it's really crazy. All right, you got storage, you got all the pollution information, air pollution because of the chimney, the smoke. It's like, oh, wow. But here you can also upgrade modular builds, right? Additional turbine, but then you can switch, provides more power, but also uses more fuel. But then you can also use this, a more efficient burn process, allows the same power output with less fuel. And then you can simply upgrade this existing service building. I love how it looks, how the visuals change. I love how this looks in general, like with the coal here, but that goes away, and that's how the building is going to look then. Looking pretty smooth. Apparently you have multiple options to choose from for your upgrades, and to fit the needs of your city, I think that's great. Gonna be very interesting to play around with that and see how you can manage your city, how you can manage your city's services. Interesting, very interesting. Oh, this is a good one right here. The industrial area with the average pollution. We got air pollution right here, air pollution. So the smoke coming out, of course. Terrain color right here. We're in the yellow in this terrain here, in this like bubble. It disappears as it's further out. So these factories here create lots of air pollution apparently. The sources, building colors, orange, these create the most air pollution. What I think is interesting, traffic air pollution. So even traffic generates air pollution. The thing that's interesting, wind speed and direction. So apparently the smoke coming out of the chimney, it changes the directions depending on the speed, so you as the player have to be even more aware of where you place your industrial, because it's possible that even if you place it far away from any residence, the wind, once the wind changes, that can, you know, that can be something that still pollutes the residential area, right? So that's interesting to see. But let's move on. I like this info view, very, very nice. And again, you can toggle on off so you can focus on one thing at a time, maybe. Amazing. Also, this is a metro depot apparently. Seems like metro tracks to me right here. This menu, the UI up here, and there's some icons that I really not really sure. So what is this, 2 arrows? Like switching something. We have the speech bubble again. This is mail apparently. Mail. Not sure what this is. Education, of course. What is this right here? And that corresponds to this little graph right here, maybe? I'm not sure how this info view opens up or is different from this area right here on the bottom, the UI, but there, look at this, it's like a construction worker. I'm not really sure. Look at the menu that pops up. I love how it looks also that it's kind of transparent. Looks like yet another toolbar. This one right here as well. Looks really good, I think. This is another interesting one because this shows that we can actually have traffic flow and traffic volume as 2 separate overlays, which I think is super amazing. Another thing to note is the traffic flow chart, the average percentage, because it's sorted by hours, right? So apparently we will get rush hour in the game. I'm assuming we'll get rush hour in the game, but this is super, super cool. Traffic volume indicates the number of vehicles using the roads, upgrading heavily used high volume roads to larger ones. Adding new arterial and collector roads helps traffic flow smoother. So you turn this on and then you can actually, so traffic flow is good here. And then you can see the volume on this road specifically. Once this is toggled on, boom, high volume, but traffic flow is good. So if we turn this off, there we can see the traffic flow, which is really good overall. And then we can see the volume. High volume, good traffic flow, even on the bridge here. High volume is purple, and that's amazing. That's going to be so good for finding and fixing any traffic issues that you could have in the city. Let's move on. Industries. Okay. So first of all, what I want to note is going back to the campus that we saw. Apparently we have University Campus DLC, and here you can see that we have apparently Industries DLC inside the game. So that is truly amazing. I love how it displays all the natural resources here, and like the chicken is great here. And here we go. The Industries button is in the zoning tab. So we talked about that briefly on when we looked at the zoning, but this is the industries. There we go. We have the natural resources, and yeah, so this is some grain here, vegetables, farm animals. This actually shows us renewal rates. So we know from Cities 1 that forestry can be renewed by simply placing trees. I'm not sure how this works, if this is going to be automatic. The same with fertile land. Get to this shot, and how much do I love this truck here with the logs looking super, super amazing. Also, I love how seamless the transition is from the regular road to the dirt road now. Looking super good, and how everything is connected here. You see another ride here of that truck. Looking super good. Look at how many trees are in this shot. And there we go. We got the money shot of the city zooming out as we change from summer to winter seasons. This is amazing. This is so good. And the trailer comes to an end. I love how the game emphasizes us as the players. You make cities. And of course, we get the release date. I love this logo, man. October 24, baby. Let's go. Let's get building. This is my breakdown of the City Skylines 2 official gameplay trailer. Please let me know in the comments what other hidden details that you found. I would love to read all your comments. I do read all your comments, and I try to reply to every single comment, so thank you so much for that. If you want to see me initially reacting to the trailer together with Joy Build Cities, head on over to Joy Build Cities channel. The link is in the description below, but you can also click this video right over here. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and please stay safe out there.